Okay, great. We're on. Hi. Um, Let me just get up my screen to share with you all. There we go. Okay, amazing. Hi, I'm Ali. Welcome to the Set Up, Set Off, and Set Free Masterclass. So in the next like 20, 25 minutes, I'm going to be explaining like who I am, what I do to make an income online, which is affiliate marketing, the company that I've chosen to work with, why I picked that company, why the health message behind that is a huge priority and mission statement for me, the juicy commissions that we get to make, the flexibility of all of this, how you can get started, the unique community that we have with our training platform as well, and a special mentorship that I'm going to be offering to the next 6 people, and an incredible bonus that is being offered at the moment by our company. So, who am I? I am just a little farm girl from Outback Australia. There's obviously a big list there, but to sum it all up for you, I just never really felt like I fit in. I never really felt like I had that clear direction of what I wanted from my life, what I wanted to be. I just didn't have that light up. I didn't have that foresight, to just know what it was and go for it. So I like call myself a bit of an industry hopper because I have tried so many different jobs, just trying to find the thing that really did light me up and the thing that did fit and feel really like that's what I wanted to do for, the 40, 50 years of my working life. But I always felt like I was having this huge sacrifice. It was always like this pull apart between what I was doing and nothing ever just felt right. And so, like, when I say I was an industry hopper, I've tried things across so many different, oh, there's a big bee. Um, Across so many different industries, from farming to hospitality to support work to mining to um it was in the medical section for a little while, corporate, like all of these different roles and really trying to find something that lit me up. But I just hated that sacrifice that came with a traditional job, whether it be like money or location. I have written there that I don't like to settle down. I get itchy feet really quickly. So being able to have something that I could be like, all right, it's time to go to the next place and still be able to make that income. Um, so that was like a huge thing. Another part that I felt was really lacking and I was sacrificing of myself was my mental health. I wasn't prioritizing my needs first. I was just throwing myself into as much work as I possibly could because I didn't have the capacity to really deal with what was going on inside. Um, yeah, so I thought, well, if I just work more and just keep going, like surely the success will come to me, right? And it just wasn't. I was definitely deteriorating. I just was sad. I was self-medicating. I was numbing myself. I had no hobbies, no passions, nothing that I was like exploring. And it all just felt really monotonous and really meaningless. And it's not that I didn't love my jobs. I loved my jobs that I was doing. I was working 3 jobs at the time, actually, like just before I started this, and I loved them. But it was still that paycheck to paycheck, that scarcity cycle that I just felt I didn't have the time and space. Oh, well, no, I wasn't giving myself the time and space to work out what was really going on. I shouldn't do these, but like a little bit crazy. Um, so then an opportunity like this popped up, and I was like, well, I've tried all these different industries, I've tried all these different ways of working, and I haven't tried this yet. And when I like really looked into it, I'm like, I've got nothing to lose. If this doesn't work for me, I go back to the traditional job like section anyway and work until my mid to late 60s, whatever the retirement age is now. And so I really like that's what really hit me. I'm like, I have nothing to lose. The only thing that is like going to be a consequence of this is that my health is going to have a massive upgrade because of the company that we're working with, which I'll share some details on in a minute. I couldn't see no downside. So now I am a full-time traveler. I'm actually in Japan. This is my little tree house that I'm staying in the moment. Full-time traveling. I get to really prioritize myself first and my needs and what I need to do and honor myself and my nervous system. I get to share this opportunity with other people, make money from anywhere in the world, and I've just got this entire different life. It's a full 180 to who I was before, and I'm just so lit up by that, and I really love sharing that with people. So, this is another thing that really landed for me. So, if what would your world look like if you thought of your dream life and then made an income to support that instead of getting a job and building a life around that job. Because I feel like we really get that drummed into us. Like we've just immediately limited, right? So when I started thinking about this, I was like, oh, I actually don't know what my dream life could look like because that had never been a possibility to even think that way. So I really loved this statement and just, yeah, being able to think about it and what I really truly did want from my life, which felt like such a luxury at the time. And even now I'm still lost in it, but I'm having this time and space to actually explore it. And I'm like, I get to go somewhere and be like, okay, this is awesome. I want more of this or, or less of this or whatever it is. And just having that space to do so while making an income to support me. It's literally living for a living, which is my little motto that I have at the moment. So this is for you, as you can read there on the screen. If you're craving more time and flexibility, you don't really feel like you fit into the norm and the conventional and you want that shake up as well. This is also something that it's not a get rich quick scheme. This is like a long-term commitment. It's still a job. You still need to do work. It's not just like show up and do nothing. It's just that the way that we get to make money is completely different. You're building your own schedule. You get to like build your business in the pockets of your time so you're not having to sacrifice like time with your loved ones, like kids especially. I'm not a mother, but I am an auntie to seven nieces and I know the amount of time that they take up, and you shouldn't have to be like, no, I can't do this and sacrifice something for something else. Yeah, like it's just that awful tear. This is for you if you're one of my wanderlusters like me and just trying to work it all out and you're sick of missing out. You need to be coachable and love a little upskill. So I'm going to hold your hand through this entire process and help you and encourage you to keep learning, but you need to be ready to become the student again. I feel like we sort of lose that when we leave school. We're like, fuck that. But oh, there's so many bees out here today. But you need to just be like, drop the ego and be like, all right, I'm genuinely ready to learn some new skills and build a new way to live my life. You're craving connection with community. Now, this is a huge one. Like I said, I never really felt like I belong and didn't have that clear path. And being surrounded by such an incredible community that just want to empower you and celebrate you for your you-ness, so to speak. We love all of that. So, why online and what the fuck is leverage? Because I heard this too, and I'm like, I don't understand what you mean. So why online? I feel like a huge thing of this is our post-pandemic world that we get to live in now. So before the pandemic, you know, the world was completely different. We all know how much the world has changed, but post it, businesses really had to learn how to change how they all worked. And the idea of actually like working online isn't scary and scammy like it used to be. Now we know that we can make like legitimate businesses anywhere, work from home, like these things are all becoming so much more normal. And so if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you're going to be working until you die. And that statement really, really hit me. And this is where working online is so brilliant because we have all these set up funnels where people can actually like come into your business and you don't need to be there. Like you can wake up in the morning and someone's joined your business and it's like, hell yeah, let's go connect with them. Like this is awesome. So it gives you so much more time freedom that you're not like limited to the hours that you are, on. Um, yeah, so you can see on the left hand, all of left hand side, all of the things that I really wanted less of in my life, which I'm assuming, it's a pretty standard list that I think all of us can relate to. And then wanting more on the right hand side. So I didn't want to have my income capped by the amount of time that I could work. I was sick of compromising and missing out, and I knew that I wanted to travel, and I just wanted to have more like freedom and flexibility. A one-time investment, this was really big on me. I have heard of different like things before where, even in like the MRR space and different like MLM models and where you're constantly having to reinvest. And it just didn't sit right with me. So then like something like this and being able to have a one-off investment and then you're good to go. And with a product that lasts for over 20 years, that just felt right. Everything for it just clicked for me. And that everything was already ready made. I am not a very tech girly, and I've had to learn all of this. And being in a community and with a training platform that really teaches you how to do it and takes out all that guesswork and like you don't need to come in here and be a computer genius or anything like that. Um, I only bought my computer like a few months back just before I went traveling actually because I'm like, okay, I need it to be working away. But prior to that, I did my entire business just from my phone. So it's was really important to me to join something that I didn't need to start from scratch. And then obviously we want to make a bunch of money. So high return with bonuses was also really important. I'm like, I don't want to be slugging it out for like, cheap dollars. I want to just do the work I need to do and get paid the worth that I wanted to. Another huge thing on the left-hand side there is being reliant on jobs and staff. I have done things before where I have started it from the beginning, so I knew that that wasn't what I wanted to do. And I think any of our business owners out there know the headache that is staffing. We love them, but ugh, especially as a small business owner, it's very, very hard. Okay, so let's talk about the company. This is the best way to think about this is you actually investing into your health, and it comes with the option of distribution and access to a juicy compensation plan. So, what the company's called Nagic, what the company actually do is specialize in electrolyzed reduced water and medical grade water ionizers for your home. Now, I know that that's a bunch of big words, but basically, when you think about your health, not many people are talking about the water that you're drinking and the water that you're bathing in. That's not doesn't really come up that often. Like you go to the doctor, they might ask about your diet, but they don't ask about your water. So being able to really upgrade that, with an ionizer can completely revolutionize your health. Now, for me, you've probably seen them too popping up as like on your social media ads, the little like hydro bottles and stuff like that. So these are all like new little fad companies, but Enagic is the OG. So this company is 50 years old. They celebrated their 50th anniversary in June of this year with a big party. I was invited to go. It was so incredible. Which is why I'm still traveling Japan now because it was just, I loved it here. I was like, right, I was staying here because, again, that's the flexibility that I've built from my life. But the fact that the company is 50 years old, it stood the test of time. It's not one of these little fad companies. They're the ones that have done all the research as well, which is incredible, right? So like this OG company that really have laid the foundations and have stood this test of time. Also, the mission behind the company is was really special to me. They wanted to make a compensation plan, which is patented. They're the only one with this in the world, that give you the opportunity to really make an income that can truly change your life. So when they were looking at things like separation of the classes, and this was really prevalent at the convention back in June was a lot of people from India spoke on stage and they literally talked about how they grew up in the absolute slums below poverty line and with this opportunity are now multimillionaires and have changed theirs and their families and their children's futures because of this. And that is such a huge mission statement from the company that they're not all about all this flashy stuff. They're about really giving back to people. So I loved that. Like it says there, it's a patented product and compensation plan. So nothing is like this in the world. This is also the only Japanese medical grade quality ionizer that is available. It's really hard to get that certification. And yeah, it just makes it really special. It also means that it will last for over 20 years if you look after it properly. Whereas a lot of the other machines and more inferior products are going to break down a lot quicker because they aren't created to this standard. This is a global business, which as a little traveler, I love. So we have distribution rights in over 85 countries and local offices in over 50 countries, and it's still growing. So you can work from anywhere and you can connect to anyone, which is really fun with social media that I can be talking to someone in Norway, and that's fine. We just link them up to that office or someone in South Africa, and like I'm Australian, like all over, and I love that. I'm meeting the most incredible people, which is so much fun as well. This is an in-demand product. So at the moment, the company is worth $2 billion, and that's expected to double in the next 2 years. Like, that's huge, which also means getting in now is really important because we stand right now, we're in this beautiful little, um, I know, little special zone where the market is not oversaturated yet. Like, that's their projections to double. Like $2 billion double for a company's net worth is massive. So getting in now before, hate to look back in 2 years and be like, oh, damn it, I should have started back then. Um, Reliable and only original equipment manufacturer. So these guys actually own everything down to the cardboard box. They also have one person that creates the machine. So it's not like a big production line, it's one person assembling every part. The quality control of this is beyond, and that's all part of being medical grade, that everything is examined and tested multiple times before it even arrives to you. So you know that you've got the highest quality product. So, speaking of products, so we're going left to right. The K8 is the flagship product. So that is the in-home ionizer. This connects to your tap, and there is a little filter in there, but it's not to be thought of like a filter because this is actually an ionizer, which means it's electrically charging your water, and this changes the hydrogen potential, which is what pH stands for. So we get to change our pH of our water. It also microclusters the hydrogen, which means that they can penetrate into your cells a lot quicker and easier, which means you are hydrating on a cellular level. So this is all sounding very technical, I know, but it's such a simple change that you can be making within your life. Like, we drink water every day, to make this one thing that is going to make a dramatic improvement to your health. So for me personally, like, this isn't like a health claim or anything, it's just my personal experience. The reason I actually found this product was I was suffering from an autoimmune issue. And I had a lot of inflammation in my body, especially in my hips, knees, and feet, and like ankles or the joints. They were quite swollen, and walking was excruciatingly painful. And I had tried so much stuff, and nothing is working. I had a really tight diet. I was at that point where, like, going down the medical route, it didn't appeal to me at all. And 3 weeks into drinking this water, my issues had gone away. That was after 2 years of suffering. And like I say, it's not a health claim, it's just my personal experience. And just the fact that no one had said to me, Ali, like, what are you drinking? What are you bathing in? Again, another thing too with bathing, that brings us to our next product, the Inespa there. All of my eczema and psoriasis cleared up. And I didn't know that that was going to happen. Like, when you suffer with something for so long, you don't really expect it to go away or like realize. I likened it to a dirty window, actually. You never know that your windows are that dirty until you clean them, and then you're like, whoa. And that's how I really felt with my skin. I just thought it was normal to suffer the way that I had been, and that was just, my lot in it. So to have all that clear up was really incredible. And we also love talking about the Inespa too, that like drinking the water from the K8 is incredible, but then you're going to like go and wash yourself in shitty water. So having those two products like complement each other is so incredible. With the K8 too, and being able to change the pH of the water actually eliminates so many chemicals and products from your house as well. It's really, really amazing with that too. So you're becoming low tox in your home and in your family, like for your family's health, and eliminating single-use plastics, and you're saving a bunch of money by not having to constantly re-buy those products. Then we move on to the Ukon. So with the beautiful Ukon, this is our turmeric product. So the turmeric is grown in Okinawa, Japan, and is processed using Kangen water. They only use like the highest quality turmeric. We actually went to the processing plant back in June when we were there, and just to see how it all worked. And the attention to detail in how they produce these products is so incredible, and the quality control again is really, really amazing. So they use the highest quality turmeric to have the highest amounts of curcumin, which is the active ingredient, that the good anti-inflammatory ingredient that comes from turmeric. And this product comes in three different products: a soap, a tea, or a capsule. Then we move on to our newest product. This isn't available in North America yet, but Australian girlies and like a few other places around the world, we can get it there. So this is called the M Guard, and this is to actually eliminate electromagnetic noise reduction. That's what it's for, up to 1 gigahertz. So this is all of the pollution as such that we don't see. So like our Wi-Fi and cable, all of these radiation waves around us that we're not really conscious are there, but are really radically affecting our health. So it's a really cool little product. Now, a lot of people have said, you've probably heard it before, you're not sick, you're just dehydrated. And so this is where a combination of all of those products together and the K8 especially to really, really like hydrate you on a cellular level is so important because dehydration leads to oxidation. So we can't avoid different things in our life. Like we live in the world, there are toxins, chemicals, free radicals, all of this in our natural environment, and we can do what we can to eliminate as much as we can, but we also need to support our body to be able to eliminate them from the inside because there's so many things like cigarette smoke, you're walking down the street, or car fumes, stresses, different viruses. EMF is your electromagnetic frequencies, which is what the M Guard does that we just spoke about. What we're putting into our body, our alcohol, drugs, food, excessive alcohol, giving your body the best support to like really rejuvenate after that, after a workout. Molds and chemicals, processed food, lack of sleep, medications, UV rays, all of these things are just what we're exposed to by living in the world. So we really want to support our body to be able to get rid of these things. So molecular hydrogen produced by the K8 machine, and I know that's a bit sciencey, a bit crazy, but it's actually a scavenger for these free radicals that are in our body, so it can get them and eliminate them. So what this can do is slow down our aging process and make us less susceptible to diseases. So when you look on the right-hand side, you can see the oxidative stress on the apple. So you've got a healthy apple, and the more oxidation, the more it degrades. So the same thing is happening to our cells. And so we want to be able to really have the most like hydrogen rich, beautiful water to help support our cells and keep them as healthy as possible so they can last longer and they don't break down so quickly. And that really does slow down aging, and it does slow down all of these extra things that are affecting our body. As you can see at the bottom there, as your gift for watching the webinar today, I'm going to gift you our free ebook that goes through the 60 different uses for the Kangen water machine, and then some more information on all the other products as well. So, in order to get back your time and your money, you must be willing to invest both time and money. Because remember, if you are not changing it, you are choosing it. And I really want that to land for you right there because there's so many things in our life that we put up with that we don't love. And that means you're choosing it. So, if you want a different life, you need to start choosing differently. So, let's talk about the business side. So I'm part of a collective called the Wildly Empowered Collective, TWEC for short, and community is such a huge key to success. And so with Enagic, they they are separate things. Enagic and TWEC are separate things. Enagic is an incredible company that has creating all the everything that we've just spoken about there, but they've also got a business structure that is so incredibly unique and again patented. Nothing else is like this in the world, but it doesn't come with this big training platform either. So by marrying the two together, you really are built up for the most optimized chance at success with all of this because you have so much support in so many different factors, right? So something that makes this really special is that it's a direct sales industry. There's no monthly or quarterly targets and no deranking ever, which means that you don't have to worry that if you need to take some time off, that you're going to be going backwards. There's none of that. You're also not reliant on a team or leaders to make your business grow. And so this is like the MLM models where you're constantly needing to recruit and the person at the bottom's doing all this work and the person at the top's getting paid. It's nothing like that. So with direct sales, it's good to liken it to like a car salesman or pretty woman when she goes in the shop. You work on commissions, big mistake. So it's more just that you are the person that is linking the consumer up to the company and helping them with their paperwork, and you get paid to help them do that. So you don't need to have like this massive big team and lots of leaders to try and actually make a an beautiful income in this business. Something that's really unique as well with TWEC is that we have a self-paced learning education hub online. So you get to like work through that at your own pace. And this is again about having the flexibility to make this fit in around your schedule. So you're not regimented into this learning platform. It's like, no, 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 I've got, an hour in the morning, 2 hours at night. We'll make it work. 30 minutes on my lunch break that I can do doing something. And it can really fit in all around. And that's another thing that makes this really, really beautiful is that you get to make your schedule and make it look like you want. We keep everything quite up to date and on trend, especially with social media, and it's all moving so quickly all the time. So, having these proven updated strategies that are going to help you succeed both online and offline is really, really unique. We also have proximity to one of the top earners of Enagic who actually took the business model of Enagic and brought it into the online space and brought in all of that automation. So he's the guy that really like revolutionized all of this. It's really funny when we were at the convention, like Mr. O, the owner of the company, he refers to our side of it as the onliners, because up until this man Balaj, his name is, up until he brought it online, this was like a door knocking service and a word of mouth product. And that's why it isn't oversaturated yet, because it's only been recently that it's been brought online and that more people have access to it and more people are able to like learn about the health benefits and learn about the business side as well. There's the internet's incredible how it can link us all together like that. So being able to learn from these really successful people. I've heard, you hear that thing where you don't want to be learning from someone that doesn't have the life that you want. And so, you're not going to go talk to old negative Aunt Nancy and ask her for advice when she's broke and angry and not living the life that you want. So being able to have access to these people that have gone before you, and not only have they gone before you and succeeded, but they've also worked out what doesn't work. So they've taken out all this guesswork in this type of industry, where you can just go in and they're like, look, I've tried that. It doesn't work, but if you do it this way, it does work. And it's all about finding what fits for you, but having that prior knowledge is so, so valuable. Twerk also hosts the most bougie events and retreats. So this is where we all get to actually connect in person, which is so brilliant. Because you get to know each other all online and like we have these calls and it's all really like lovely, but actually getting to meet them in person and yeah, it just makes it all special. And then we add the Twerk magic glitter to it, which just sexes it right up. So it's really great. That also gives us an amazing opportunity to collaborate with people. The way that this business works is around our personal brand, and we'll go further into that another time, which I will explain to you. But personal branding is basically just you, what makes you you, and having being celebrated for your uniqueness. And so there's no competition. No one else is you. It's only you. So there's only collaboration. And this is where we get to find people that like are just on our level and we're like, yes, I want to do something with you. We love that. And that's how it really helps us just to hit the ground running with all our pre-built and customizable things that we have available to us in Twerk. So let's really get into the business side. So this is our K8 quad. This is our hero package. So what this is like quad meaning four items at once. And this is our highest return on investment. It's the most duplicatable model that we have in the business. You aren't limited to this one, but because it does have such a high return and it is the most popular package, I'm going to focus on this one just for the sake of this webinar. So four products at once. So what you would do and how we'd set it up is you'd start with the Inespa and then you would buy these other products off yourself. So you're immediately making money back off your own investments. By having two K8, that's one for you and one that you can loan out to somebody that wants to have like a bit of a try before you buy with the water, which is also really valuable. Now, there are so many different ways and so many different groupings of this that you can do. Obviously, you aren't limited to four. I've put in there a little like plus the M guard down the bottom for people in the countries that that's available to. But just if we just look at the Anespa 28 K8s and the Ukon, it's the highest return on investment and is really popular. The company, Enagic, is also running an incredible incentive at the moment that they've never done before, and that is an extra $1,000 bonus for people that make 3 sales in their first week. So if you were to start on this quad package, you would, so that you'd purchasing the Anespa off me, but then those next three products you're purchasing off yourself. So you would actually be getting an extra $1,000 back on top of the commissions that you would be already making. So it's such a generous company that there's no need for them to do that, but it's just what they wanted to do, especially coming up onto Christmas, right? That you're immediately getting that money back. So we're going to look at our little compensation plan. Again, just focusing on that quad package. We have, again, lots of different ways that you can start and do all of this and ways to group them. But because this is the highest return on investment, we're just going to stick to the quad for now. So immediately you're going to get $800 back from your first sales if you start on the quad, plus the $1,000 if you buy the three products from the company too. So immediately you've got like this good chunk of money back. You're already starting to like get a bit of momentum. Your first 5 quad sales. So we want to duplicate how you've started by duplicating it. Your first 5 people that you duplicate this with will make you $15,700 in commissions. Now I am working on Australian currency at the moment, but we can change that up for whatever country you're in. That's easy. The next 6 quads after that is going to make you over $45,000. So in 11 sales in total, you're already making over $60,000 in commissions. So this is such a unique and incredible opportunity that with like it's only 11 people and you've already made 60 grand. And this is where it just gets so special and how it can change your life so much because you aren't slogging all the time for such a small return. This is why it's called high ticket, high return. So another 10 sales after that will get you to the 100K mark. So 21 quad sales, 21 duplications of these 4 items, and you've made 100K. So it's really, really juicy and sexy. On the right-hand side, you can see how the commission plan actually plays out with the different ranks. And how many sales it is to actually rank up. And so these aren't people. It's not 1 to 2 people, it's 1 to 2 sales. So if you're selling a quad, that's 4 sales straight up. So this is how it can duplicate and compound really quickly. Now, this part I'm just going to breeze over because this is really, really juicy and really, really sexy, but it's also really thick and can get a little bit confusing. So this is another incentive that the company have provided to really celebrate you for being a champion for them, basically. So when you hit this particular rank, they actually give you a $5,000 and in USD dollars pay monthly for life that is willable to your loved ones. So this is what we call legacy income because we are able to share it on after, creating a legacy. So this can go up. You can see it starts at 5,000 monthly for life and goes up to 80,000 monthly for life. So what company do you work on that pays you after? Unless you're the bloody prime minister, there's not many jobs where you get paid after you finish them. So this is something that's really, really unique and something that gives me so much drive that I'm working for. That not only do we not derank in this business, but by hitting 602-3, we also can really take time off and not stress, and our business is still paying us. So this is, yeah, the beautiful legacy part, but I don't want to bog you down too much in all of that. And so I did touch on the TWEC difference before. So just because you join an AGIC doesn't mean you gain a community. It's something that, like, if you did it that way, you would have to really actively go and find them. With joining this way and being part of a collective immediately just gets you all of the support and encouragement and training straight up so you can really just hit the ground running because we don't want to have to reinvent the wheel. We don't want to have to start from scratch, especially when you are already feeling quite time poor and pulled in a million ways. Like you just want to be like, show me what works, let me do that, then it'll work. We're going. So learning from the top leaders in the space who have the results that you want. There is no gatekeeping here. And this is very much a collective in the way that everyone gets to contribute, which is also really unique and makes TWEC so special because it's not just dictated, right? It's a very evolving, living thing that gets to keep changing as it needs to and growing as it needs to. And just to be around a community like this that just want you to win is completely life-changing. You will find your people within Twerk, and that just changes everything about you. It's so funny to just have that really deep sense of belonging and what that can actually do for you. Um, Also, something that's really special is the done for you systems and funnels. So when you actually start, there's a customizable funnel that you can have. So you immediately have this beautiful website that's built, and you don't need to have all that prior knowledge of how to do it. It's already there, ready for you, which is another unique thing. And of course, our bougie events and retreats. So the picture there is a few of us from our team getting like a little pretty picture all dolled up. Now, the hub. So this is our training platform. So this is something about this business that really appealed to me at the start as well, because I'm a very much like, I need to see the whole staircase before I take a step. And that isn't what I need here. You only ever need to know 10% more than the person that you're talking to get them started and to help them to succeed in this. And so that is where our beautiful education system comes in. That, yeah, like it gets to be so chilled, and they get to learn, and you get to grow while you're learning. You don't need to know it all. You don't need to have all the answers, because we've got so much of it already like laid out in the training platform, but we also have a sales team that do the heavy lifting for you. So you're basically just meeting people, showing them opportunity, and pushing them onto the sales team that then can do all the rest. It takes out that intimidation aspect of this, because you only need to know what you need to know, and then they're just moving through the process. So we love that too. Now, how it works. So I build online using my social media. You aren't limited to that. You can go offline, you can do it however you want, but how I do it is this way. So I post on my social media either organically or with paid advertising, and I connect with people, similar to probably how we've connected. Then invite them to watch a masterclass just like this one, so they can get a bit of an idea of the who's, what, whys, and hows. And then from there, they can watch our discovery process and book a call with our sales team. So the discovery process goes into more detail, because obviously this is just a quick overview. And then the call is to really like get in deep with that sales team, and then they can see exactly like how it will all work for them financially and getting started, and all of those juicy bits. So then we just assist them in actually purchasing their own wellness products and how to set them up, and then duplicating them. So for us here, well, I don't know what that was. For us here now, you'll get your machine and then go straight into the mentorship, which is going to really like lay the foundations for you to have a solid business and get started in making money and duplicating this structure. So let's talk about this mentorship, because I'm actually so excited about it. This is a little video is from our event last year, the gala, which if you are to join my membership before the 4th of November, I'm actually going to be buying you a ticket to come to gala, which is so incredible. This is where you will just be able to really see the potential of this business, because you're surrounded by all these people that are already like winning, and you can see what is actually like possible within this. And I just see so much value of that happening, especially so early on in your journey. Um, yeah, that this is just a really cool extra aspect. So you'll get a one-on-one strategy with me. We'll have a big call and really like get you started for success. I'm also going to gift you a book called The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. So this is a book about gratitude and manifestation. So this isn't just to be applied to business. This is for your whole life, and it's really, really gorgeous. So we'll go through that together as well. It's a 28-day little activity that takes like 10 minutes in the morning. 12 months free access into our training platform. So I'm also going to be buying that for you as well. So our training platform that we talked about, the hub, is charged out annually. So I'll be gifting you the first 12 months. So again, you can just hit the ground running. We're going to have 4 weekly support calls through at this little training platform, as well as a support pod where we can ask any questions. And this will just help us to go through everything together, so you just don't feel lost. There's nothing about this that I want you to feel lost in. We're going to hold your hand the whole way. And then, of course, the ticket to gala. So all up, this mentorship is worth over $660. And again, I see the value in investing back into you, which is why I've chosen to do this. Again, not many people do this at all. This is like really unique, but yeah, I want to be able to really support you and give you the best start to your business as I possibly can. So, thank you for watching. If you are lit up, you see what I see, and you're ready to step into that fuck yes life, reach out now. I want to be biz besties. I want to help you travel the world and really change your life or follow your dreams wherever you're at. So, reach out and we'll have a chat. And yeah, and I'll send you our ebook so you can have a look a bit more into the beautiful products that we sell. All right, thanks, guys.